Legend of Total War here with a new game series for the second channel. So this is Factorio. Now, yesterday I was just looking on Steam for new stuff to play, which I do occasionally, and specifically looked in the strategy games, and of course I sort them out based on user ratings. And this one was right up the top, and it was rated at 98% positive reviews. So I had a look at it, looked pretty good, so I downloaded it, and basically I haven't been able to stop playing it since. Now this is probably a game that probably not everyone would enjoy watching, but 98% positive reviews on Steam. This is a very enjoyable game. But the thing is, it's enjoyable to play. I don't know how enjoyable it will be for you guys to watch, so I'll try and make this as interesting as possible. And the thing is, I went and had a look at what the negative reviews were. Most people that were complaining about this game were like, this game is too deep for me. So it's just basically brain dead people who wanted to have an easy strategy game, like, whatever. And this actually requires you to plan ahead, to think, and I fucking love this game. Anyway, okay, we're going to start a new game. How are we going to go about this? All right, so let's turn that off. So basically, I've done a bit of testing around with stuff. What we want to do here is create a map that's going to be the most fun for us to play. We don't want a super hard challenge or anything like that, because that'll just drag the game on forever. This game's all about. Basically, the gist of it is that you're just some engineer on a planet, foreign planet or whatever. There's hostile aliens all over the place, and you have to build a rocket ship to get off the planet. But you have to tech to that rocket ship. You have to build this huge fucking base. It's amazing. I'll put the Steam link for this game in the description, and I cannot recommend this game highly enough, to be honest, guys. It's so good. I've already played. I played it all night last night. Anyway, let's have a look here. So frequency will determine how often we come across it. Size. Let's go with small with water, but we definitely want it to be more frequent. Richness, yeah, because the thing is with richness, if we put it like to low, it just means we're going to have to move around a hell of a lot. That'll just drag out the campaign. At the end of the day, the real difficulty comes down to this. So we'll put that on normal, and we won't put it on peaceful mode. If you put it on peaceful mode, they don't ever attack. But if you don't, then occasionally they'll attack. They're basically like just fucking zergs or whatever. Starting area, I don't know what that means. Richness, okay, we'll just leave it at that, and let's just see how it goes. Now this is procedurally generated, I think, which means the maps are actually infinite size. Which is probably how this is why the game needs to be essentially 2D. Now, this game came out recently, and it's actually still in early access, but to be honest, I cannot find a single bug in the game. It seems like it's ready to go. Alright, so you play as this dude, and we walk around and stuff. So we zoom out, have a look at the area. So we've got iron ore here, copper, coal, stone. So we've got everything, and lots of water. We've got everything we need here to start off with. What are we missing? Oil. Oil is the pink stuff on the map on the top. We don't necessarily need to be close to all resources, because the thing is, your base gets so huge that you kind of actually want to have your resources spread out a little bit. But I just want to get an idea. Yeah, I think this is a good starting area. First thing I want to do is start mining coal. So, okay. We actually have to mine some coal first in order to get some. Well, or some wood. We need some fuel. So just right click on that. One coal will do, and start doing that. Now we also need to make a box to put the coal into. Otherwise it'll stop. Otherwise I've got to pick up each individual one. Now that'll just keep going on its own. Alright, while it's going on, let's clear off some more trees, because they're just going to get in the way. You don't really need a hell of a lot of wood in this, so you can use it as fuel. And there's plenty around it. And because the map is essentially infinite, I've never found the borders. Not that I've played this game. Not that I'm a complete expert at this. I've played it a little bit. Okay, so yeah. It's going to be a little bit slow to start off. But yeah, I just want to start getting some fuel, so that I can then... the thing about this game is you've got to automate as much stuff as possible. If you like mining the stuff yourself, no, in this you got to automate it, or else you're just never going to get there. The amount of materials that you need to get to rocket ship, it's just fucking insane. So, but the thing is, when you've got an automated system where you don't even need to be near it, and it just functions, it gets shit done. Alright, so we've got a bit of stuff there. Now we can pick this up soon, and we can pick it up now and put it somewhere else. But I'm just going to leave that go for the time being, because we're going to need loads of fuel. And I'm going to go harvest some stone, because we don't need a lot of stone, but we're definitely going to need some. So just leave that there to keep doing it. There's no alien bases anywhere near here, which is good. But as we expand our base out, we'll likely come in contact with them. Aliens are red dots on the map. Just get a bit of stone. Need it for basic structures. And actually some advanced structures require stone. But stone and wood are two of the least... You need the least amount of it. What you need the most amount of, I think, is metal ore, which is the silver grey stuff on the map. We want to try and tech to electricity as soon as possible, because burning coal is not efficient. Okay, let's pick the stuff up now. That'll do. We can build another one on that later. And let's just come over here and rotate it, and then plonk it back in there, and we'll put half of that in there, and then we'll put the stone furnace that we started off with here, put the other half in there, and that's going to harvest this stuff for us. Eventually, well, very soon we'll be able to make automated lines, but we don't have any fucking materials for that just yet. While it's going on, let's just harvest some more coal. Although it's kind of like boring doing that. Just prefer to let the automated machine do it. Alright, let's see what we can build. Alright, so we need more metal before we can get another burner mining drill. We should probably try to put a burning mining drill on all four resources, being iron, copper, coal, and stone. So that just burns. Next one, I'll put it back on copper when we build another one. No, need one more iron plate. There we go. And then we've got two, so that should drastically increase our productivity. Sort of. Next thing we'll want is copper. So basically what I'm doing right now is looking at this and seeing how I'm going to plan everything out, because there are so many different structures, different products to make, that we have to be really careful in what we're doing in regard to our production supply lines, logistics, or else it is just going to be a complete fucking mess. And if anything goes wrong, like, you know, a resource isn't harvesting or something like that, we want to be able to find out where it is right away. So what I want to do... Okay, look at all this goddamn metal ore out here. This is huge. So I want to get electricity up here, and I'll probably... this copper here is a bit of a problem, because I don't want it getting in the way. Produce heaps and heaps of electric drills over here once we've got electricity, and have like a conveyor belt, bring it into a ton of different furnaces, and then distribute it out to the different factories. Same thing with copper. There's a huge amount of copper over there, so that's probably where we'll get that from. And then of course we can just use the small areas to supplement where needed. Okay. Good, we should be able to build another one now. Excuse me. Fuck. Okay, actually we can build two. Alright, so let's get some copper going. Okay, now we'll probably want another burner, a stone furnace, so that we can refine the copper. Which means, what do we need? I need more stone. There's no stone around here. I gotta go back up this way, but that'll just be left on its own for the time being. Alright, so it looks like there's a ton of trees in the way, but we'll just have to cut them down. That's not a problem. Oh, hang on, I've got another one of these. Well, that's the fourth one as well, so we don't really need another one. I don't have any copper on me, but I'll just put, not copper, coal. Just put wood in. It's about half as effective, but I'll just start. I gotta chop these trees down anyway. Another thing to note is that the first type of electricity that we get will be dirty electricity. Eventually, we'll want to be switching to solar power, which only works well during the day, but then you build capacitors or whatever that store the energy for the night time. Problem is, all that stuff's very expensive, but it's completely pollution free. So yeah, just bear with me, just chopping down some fucking trees here. Now the thing is, we're going to have to go and find aliens at some point. We cannot finish the game without actually encountering aliens, because when you kill their buildings, it drops a resource that you need for certain technologies. So they're definitely out there. It's just none of them to begin with. Usually they don't start off in your starting area, but as you expand out, you just start to discover them. Alright, so let's just put in 100 wood there and let that burn. So over here, that's all been going on. Nothing. The only thing that hasn't been producing is this. Okay. Because the thing is, you can only put in 50 materials at a time, and when you're needing to burn tens of thousands of things, that's when you really need things automated. Okay, now we're going to need to get another one of these. Because we're going to need copper. Alright, what else do we need? No, I don't think... We've got one of each. That should do us for now. Now we need to start thinking about electricity. So like I said, I really want to harvest this big area here. Keep everything organized. Like, there's lots of little stuff here, but we'll work our way back down to that. Alright, so we need to build an offshore pump. Alright, so I need copper for that. Because the first thing we need is steam and electricity. Yeah. Alright, so we can get an offshore pump. Make sure it's got plenty of room. As in, like, plenty of free room, because we can always just add extensions onto it with just more boilers. Just trying to think what... Okay, I think that should be fine right there. Okay, then we're going to want... Okay, I want to... Yeah, a pipe to the ground so that we can create like a... Get a little bit of distance from it. It also allow us to come near here. If we put boilers there, we have to go all the way around the fucking steam engine. Bring it out to about here. And also, since we're sending this electricity north, to save us some power lines, although that's actually more expensive than power lines. Now, boilers. 5 of those. It's unnecessary, like it's too many for the time being, but yeah, I will get 5 of them. Okay, I'm gonna need to get some more wood. Eventually, it's probably not crucial right now. Okay, got heaps of that, that's good. Alright, alright. Okay, so these require coal or wood or something to burn it. And then 2 steam engines. Now the steam engines will produce quite a bit of pollution, actually so do these as well. And then you can keep connecting more steam engines like this. The thing is, for every steam engine, you generally need about 2 boilers, depending on how much of that electricity is being used. I'll probably want another boiler before we do anything else. Okay, probably no, that's still going. See, it's got 88 stone in there. Now, we don't necessarily need to put this on just yet. Okay, now, start planning things out. We want the electric mining drill. So that just needs a shit ton of extra metals. It tells you what the raw materials are. I really like that you don't have to like personally craft each individual item. It just automatically does it for you. This game's all about automation, I think. Alright, do we have enough? No, we just need 1 more goddamn iron plate. Alright, so we want to put this in a location where it's not going to harvest any of the copper, because it'll just it's unnecessary in our supply lines. At least to begin with. I think we'll be able to filter it out later. So let's just start over here for now. Actually, there. That. Okay, I'll just put it down here, that's fine. Okay, now that needs electricity to run. So we'll need to get that started soon. Okay, so in order to make electricity, we also need power poles, which require wood. Alright. Where are we going to get oil from? Oh, there's some north of there. That's okay, we can bring... I'll figure it out. Alright, so... what are we doing here? Okay, we're going to need to build them. I need more copper. Got heaps of that. Might be an idea actually to make another stone furnace here. Oh, I can't. Alright. Need some more stone. I'll go pick some more stuff up soon. Alright. Okay, so that'll start heating up the water. Just fueling 1 for the time being should be sufficient. We'll eventually be able to get this automated. Oh, whoops. Oh yeah, I did want another one anyway. That's fine. And start wiring this up towards that stuff up there. So it's saying here, this basically means it's not powering anything. That's all it's really saying. Power lines don't take up much space, so it's okay. Got to make sure they connect though. Try and keep things as organized as we can. Or else it ends up in a fucking dog's breakfast later. Oh god. Don't think that's as far away as it can go. Just trying to organize as best I can, because there's going to be a thing going by there soon enough. Alright, well I can adjust these as needed. Okay, so now we need another box or a conveyor belt. We can put an iron chest down now. I need some wood. So the game does have day-night cycles, as you can see. Alright, so that'll harvest it much faster than the other one, but it does take up more space. And harvest everything in the general area there. Which should last fucking till the end of the campaign, really. Especially if we put more of those down. So keep them coming. Alright, I need to go and get some of that stone. Probably too much, don't need all of that, just some of it. Okay, you can see now it's actually working. Alright, how are we going to do this? I want to start automating both the fuel into here and this to get to some what's it called? Some furnaces. So what we'll do, we'll need to then make these transport belts. So I'll make it as many of them as I can, and we'll need an inserter as well. So what we're going to be doing is having a whole line of electric mining drills. So the conveyor belt just takes them all to the what's it called, to the things. All right. So now I'll take this, take that back. And we make a conveyor belt. Okay. Now obviously you can't put a mining drill here, so this is where we start to build these things. So that requires some fuel. Then we put this down, like this. But that also needs electricity. Okay, so it's semi-automated because this will need fuel, obviously. Alright, so now we probably could use a few more of them actually. And as we get bigger and better ones, there's plenty of space out here to replace them, because they do get bigger. This one's like a 1x1, the next one's a 2x2, and then eventually it's like a 2x3. Which is electric, which we'll want to get as soon as possible. We'll also need to start researching soon, but all in due time. So this isn't automated because I need more coal. Um, I need more, just more material so I can build another one of those arm things. So that's still got plenty of coal for the time being. Keep that coming. I'll take that. You take this. Alright, let's have a look here. So I can make another 2 electric drills, but the thing to keep in mind is that the more electric drills I make, the more drain it's going to have on the power. Now we can easily just make more of these, and that's not a problem, like just make another power network. But it's just something to keep in mind. Okay, there's no coal out here, because what I want to do is maybe bring coal down from the back of it to fuel these. So let's come up here and have a look for coal. There it is. Alright, so let's create an electric drill there, because we want to try and make this as automated as possible. But at the same time, we also need to be taking the stuff out of the furnaces. How are we going to go about that? Because yeah, it can only hold 100 of these iron plates and then it just stops producing after that. So I got to think about how to do that. Later on we'll be able to get arms that can actually reach 2 spaces. Those will be very useful, but can't get them just yet. And we'll be able to get larger areas of wires. So kind of good that how that's going at the moment, but I'm just trying to think how I can be more efficient, that's all. Okay, it's hard to see at bloody night. So how much coal is left here? Yeah, it'll still last a little while longer. We need to improve our production of coal. I'm just thinking how to do that. This is why we need electric over here. I think I'll just fuel it myself, because the coal will last quite a while. So what I'll do is just put another drill down for the coal here, just so we can increase our production of coal. We don't need this here anymore, or this, because we've got a more efficient one going. Oops. Okay, so that'll double our production of coal. Because the thing is, if I get a supply line coming in the back here, I won't be able to get the metal out, and that's what I need. Okay, so now we create another set. Here we go. Let's see how we. Oh, hang on. I need to pull some of these out because I don't need them there. And make a few more. They'll need to be replaced later down the track, but we'll get to that. Okay, so I want to put all the metal just in a box for the time being. Make it an iron chest. And then we need 3 of these. Oops. Oh wait, need 5 of those. And there we go. That'll all just get put into the chest so I can use it. Because if we don't take it out, the production stalls. Okay, we can see here that this is actually that one drill is enough to feed into 2 things. So we can build another drill, which will increase our productivity. So put it right next to it here. Now it will overlap on some of the resources, but that's fine. It just means it will get it faster. Okay, now you can see it's doubled the supply line. Now what we'll do is we'll get another one of these down here. And I'll need to move this further down as well. Okay, need another one of these. Oh, did I build 2? It doesn't matter. Plonk that there. And we need, of course, a power line. If we can... Can't get both, but that's fine. These don't have upkeep costs. And they're cheap to make. Alright, gonna need some more fuel. So we should at this point have a really good supply line going on at the moment for metal sheets. In fact, that one picker or whatever the fuck it's called, putting it into the box isn't going to be able to do it fast enough because the other ones are going to be putting it into the conveyor belt faster than it can handle. What am I doing? I shouldn't have done that. Well, it doesn't matter. Plonk it in. I don't need to be handling the metal ore myself anymore. And then we just take it out whenever we want. Okay, next thing to do. Let's have a look here. Let's start focusing on copper. So we've got this going reasonably well now. Let's get a copper line going. Now, copper, we're going to get that over here. So we're going to need to clear out a lot of these trees and build another power station. What I might do is I might just pause the recording now as I clear out this entire section here of trees. Okay, as you can see, a large portion of the trees are gone. Still, this one over here, just a log. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll then create a new pump here to start going along a production line, I think down this way. Alright, so let's get a pump going. Okay, gotta make sure it goes the right way. Okay, looks like that's where we'll have to go. That's fine. Okay, then let me just see here. I might just start building the boilers. There was really no need for me to build that pipe there last time. No, I want 5 boilers. And then 3 steam engines. Which of course we're not going to be using all that electricity right away, but it's about planning ahead. Because sometimes having to move one little piece away from your perfect factory can just fuck up the whole bloody thing. Okay, so now there's plenty of room for us to move, this to there and put some more boilers and extend it out a bit more. That's why we want to create lots of space. Okay, now we're going to need 2 of these. While it's going on, let's just have a quick look over here. I did go and refuel a lot of the stuff. Where's that box? I don't think I can fucking see it. There's 337 in there, so yeah, you can tell it's going pretty well. Oh, I don't have a thing there. Right. There we go. Well, it doesn't really matter. This thing's fucking full capacity, pretty much. That's right. We're just storing it for the time being. Once we start getting automated factories, we'll divert the materials out that way. Excuse me. Okay, so now we need to. We've already got them. Now I want to make them go this direction. Oh, you gotta be close in order to do it. Right next to each other. Okay, now we need electricity. Now, it's not going to give them electricity right away because I haven't put any fuel in the things. Okay, so since I've harvested so much wood, we can put some of that in. Don't need to do them all right now. Okay, now we need conveyor belts. And these things. Oh, hang on, it's going the wrong direction. We want it to be going down this way. I'll probably build the things here because I can still make use of that as well. It doesn't really matter. That's a small area. We're going to have plenty of copper from here. Okay, so got to make sure it's going the right direction. Okay. Now we start putting a few of these down. Okay, good. Now it needs fuel, which we need coal for that. Well, we could use wood, can't we? I've got a bit of coal, so that's okay. I need to go pick up some more, and then we'll need to power these things. Good, and then we'll need this to come down this way, so we can just put it all in a box for the time being. And then once we've done this, we'll start building some tech. Get an iron chest because it holds a lot more. So I still need 4 more of these. I'm gonna need hundreds of these fucking things. So useful. And there we go. Apart from having to refuel that is completely automated. Oh, and this as well. So we need to get the electric ones. That way we don't need to constantly have to go back, because I don't want to have to send fuel lines in. It's okay to do it to this, because it's you know, if you only need to put fuel in the boilers, it's not a big deal at all. In fact, we can get fuel to there very easily through here, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, now we can dismantle that drill there, because I don't need that one anymore. We've got that under control. And same with this one there. So like I said, next thing we need to do is get a lab, so we can unlock some new technologies. just have this producing coal. That'll produce heaps of coal. Okay, since we've got heaps of coal, let's fill all this up. So what'll happen is if this one runs out of fuel, then the next one up the line gets used. But eventually we'll have things dropping fuel into it. The reason why you don't want to do it to a furnace is because you're putting other materials in and you're taking things out. You're not taking anything out of this. It's all going up through the electricity line. Alright, so out of fuel. Fix that. Okay, the problem here is that this guy is just overworked. But that's okay, we don't... Right, what I'll do... I'll create another one. And that should... there we go, now it's... yeah, it is, it's working again. Okay, good. Alright, what do we do now? Okay, so we've got the lab. We can always just move this another time. What do we need? So automation will give us access to assembling machine. That's what we need. So that requires 10 science packs. Alright. Science packs. Let's start making them. So... alright, so we need 10. That's easy enough. That's good. While all that's going on, it's all just automated. Sort of. It's like semi-automated. What's going on? Let's chop down some trees. My thing broke. Ah, great. Oh well. Can still do it, it's just a lot slower. We may need to start thinking about building some turrets at some point, just probably not yet, because it does take up quite a bit of resources. And I also want the ammunition being automated. Okay, so that'll finish off that tech. Okay, so we got, I'm holding on to quite a lot of copper. We need to put that away. I shouldn't need to ever handle raw copper again. So we'll just put that in the furnace ourselves and then just, shouldn't ever need to hold it onto it again. Because there's no materials that are crafted from raw copper. But it is with raw stone. Okay, how's that going? So we'll probably need to have the same sort of thing going on over here, where we're just going to need another arm working on it. Or else it's not going to be efficiently used. Alright, cool. What do we need now? So automation's almost done. And we'll start making basic things. Okay, what do we need? So that's for filter inserter. Don't need that right now. Steel is very useful, but requires quite a lot of science. That's fucking good. That. All right, I'm gonna. And the fast inserter. Yes, we'll need that. All right, research that. All right, so let's start. Firstly, having a look at things that require crafting, that only require one type of resource, because the two are fairly separated. So iron sticks, we need them for. So we do need a lot of iron gear wheels. Okay. So now we make an area where we get all the basics being built. I've got to design it. Try and design it as quickly as I can in my head. Alright, I've also got to produce more of this shit. How much was needed again? 20. Okay, it's not so bad. But now I can't craft. This is why I need to have automated factories, because now I can't craft the things that I need to build it. But that's okay, I'm still just planning it out in my head. What I might do is I might pause the recording while I think about how to do this, because I could be here for like 5 minutes bloody in here trying to think it out. Because if you make a quick decision is not really a good decision. So I'll just think about how I'm going to plan this out. Okay, I've got a rough idea of what I need to do. I'm just going to cancel this stuff for now, because I need to craft other things. Just put whatever I've crafted in there. Right, so what we need more of these transporter belts, obviously. Things what we can actually do is have the, because we're going to need so many of these, we get a factory to automate them, so I don't ever have to wait for it. I just go to the box and pick them up. And they're all just sitting in a box waiting for me. Okay, we're certainly going to need more inserters, and we're going to need an assembling machine. So first thing I want to be making are gears. Now we're probably going to need multiple factories working on gears, because just about everything uses gears. So let's firstly plonk it down somewhere, because it wants to come down this production line here. But we also need to make room for expansion on all this stuff here. So it doesn't matter if it's far away. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect it too much. The big thing is if it like comes in contact with aliens. Can always move it, but let's just get a rough idea for that there. Okay, now I want to move this out of the way. And just put it there. Just for the time being. So yeah, need more of them. You might think it's, using a lot of materials, but don't forget, we can pick all this stuff up later. And the thing is, doing this stuff now is going to make the late game completely bearable. If you don't do this stuff now, it's going to be such a fucking mess. Okay. It's a little bit off. Gotta leave room for the, oops. Yeah, right there. So we can tell it to craft gears. Okay, don't want to put the plates in myself because we want to automate it. Of course it needs electricity. Now we're going to want multiple, I'm going to want 4 machines working on gears, and even then I think I'm probably going to need more. Yeah, I'm probably going to need more, so I'm just going to build it. You have no idea how many fucking gears we're going to need. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Okay, so 5 things building gears, and those gears will... I mean, we could always build more, but we're going to try and keep things as organised as possible. Alright, now we need electricity over there. I may have fucked it up a little bit, that's okay. Alright, now we need more of these. So that's crafting gears, but I won't craft that many of them. And we've got an outlet, but that's okay, we're working on this at the moment. Other way around. Okay, tell them to also craft gears. Okay, then we need to make 5 more. Make sure that they're powered. And then get a supply line going. Okay, then let's just for the time being, put a couple of boxes down. So just store them for the time being. And they need to be powered. Okay, automated production of that has now commenced. Now, of course, not all of our metal needs to go into making gears. There's other things that we need to make, but that's a start. Okay, next things that we'll need to make, pipes. They'll be useful, but I can wait. We don't really need. We can make this stuff ourselves. Plus, you don't have anywhere harvesting wood. So let's see, what do we need? So in the basics, we'll need copper cables, okay. Okay, so not a lot of metal's coming this way, so let's actually decommission one of these. And build another furnace. Okay, it's going to need some fuel, which we're out, so we'll have to go get some more. While that's going, let's craft. Let's craft that. So you see, that one there has run out of fuel, but the other ones are still going. Don't worry, it'll get automated eventually, but can't do everything all at once. Okay, next thing we want to automate are these. So we actually now can use the gears that have been crafted, and then we just need, in addition to that, iron plates. I think we need to wait for logistics to get done because we could really use that underground belt. Sure, there's plenty of fuel in all this, and then maybe you should go check on the copper. Oh, hang on, let's just put in some science in here first, so that can get done. It really does sort of help to know ahead of schedule what technologies will eventually be available. Some of these are running on wood, that's fine. Okay, now we want to do a similar thing over here, and we want to be crafting copper cables. Now the electric circuits, we actually need to bring either iron plates over here or copper cables there, or move it somewhere in between. Building over the stone here doesn't matter, we're not going to need that much stone. It's already full up. So we just finished logistics. That'll give us the underground belt, give us fast inserter. That's very useful. Logistics 2, we're not going to be able to build that. We don't have that. We don't have that much science just yet. So if we started steel plate, this steel chest is really good, but we don't desperately need it. Alright, let's learn steel processing. Okay, so I just want to take this. Okay, now we need... Yeah, not too concerned about this particular bit of copper. I mean, there's so much here, don't worry about this. We don't need to make use of all of it. Okay, I'm gonna need more. I should have picked up some of those gears. That's okay, don't worry, they'll all get used. Nothing goes to waste. Now, for copper wiring, I'd say we'd need about 3 assembling machines for that. Okay, need more of this to extend down there. Okay, and we always need more of these. I'll get them eventually built automatically. All in due time though. Gotta do the basics first. Okay, now let's get this down here. Alright, so get that to do copper plate. Copper wiring. Okay, and then bring the production line back this way. And for the time being, just put it in a chest until we've actually got something for it to do. And there we go, we got copper wire being made. It's not 100% efficient, but you know, we're getting there. At least we've got 2 things being automated. Okay, so let's pick up the gears that we've got, because I'm always crafting using them anyway. So, you know, we've collected a few, not heaps. So what's going on here? Oh, okay, so we're going to need more drills. Let's put it on this side here, just for the time being. I'll make the wiring more efficient once we get more efficient things sorted out. Okay, and then just plonk it down right there. So that'll increase our productivity here. Because I don't even think this one's being used, but that's fine. We're gonna have a hell of a lot of these things running along this line here. What I might do, just for the time being, is turn that off. Just had it rotate the wrong way. Actually, no, you know, I'm crafting things myself, just have it do it anyway. You actually rotate it around the other way so it actually returns it to the production line. Or just do it myself. Yeah, you have that. That's not going to be enough to finish it off. Now then. I want to start crafting, let's have a look. Circuit requires copper plates. I want to start crafting these just because of how often I use them. Now, well, and I think it's a component to something that we will eventually need. So I think I'll only need 1 of these of these production lines. And I'll actually put it here. Let's get these out of the way for the time being. And let's make another one. So, to make one of these, you need iron plate. So you get it straight from the production line here. And then grab into this. It requires 2 ingredients. Now you might be thinking, how do we get it out of there? That's where the latest tech comes in handy. Alright, so underground belts. Let's put some of them down. Hang on, no, get a regular one first. And we'll just store these for the time being. Oops. Oh jeez, it's already been an hour. I'm telling you, this game, time flies so fast. And there we have. Now we're crafting them automatically. Now, just wanted that out of the way for that time, but I still want to get them. Just store them for the time being. So there we go. This is going really well. Anyway, I think let's just pause this. I think we'll end the episode here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Let me know. I'm going to upload this right away, but I do of course pre-record these episodes. Give a like if you want to see more of it. Give a thumbs down if you fucking hate this kind of Let's Play. It gives me a good idea of what you guys like and what you don't like. Anyway, see you next time, fuckers.